Yo, what's up? It's your favorite neighborhood historian, Dilla. And anytime we talk about crime figures here in Chicago, we usually start with Al Capone and then we end up with the contemporary black gang leaders. Let me introduce you to quite possibly Chicago's luckiest gangster of all time. This is James Edward O'Donnell, also known as Spike O'Donnell. He was leader of the South Side O'Donnell gang, which was some Irish mobsters. Born in Ireland on November 29, 1889, he immigrated to America with his family shortly thereafter, where his father set up shop in McKinley Park. He caught his first case in 1906 at the age of 17 for wire fraud, and by 1917 he had been arrested for robbing one of the stockyard banks on 55th and Halsted. He engaged in, regular criminality, right? He robbed people and had prostitution, but he also opened breweries all around the city. He even opened one in Joliet with famed boxer Packy McFarland. When Prohibition rolled around, he engaged in that too, but that got real competitive. He got into a beef with another Irish mobster by the name of Frank McErlane, who along with Joseph Solstice was leaders of the Solstice-McErlane gang. Unfortunately for Spike, Joseph and Frank were tied in with Al Capone, which meant the war was going to probably be one-sided. Old Spike for sure had the luck of the Irish. He has the distinguished credit of being the first person ever in Chicago history to be shot at with a Tommy gun during a drive-by. This is what the FBI had to say about old Frank. Check out the bottom two sentences. After that, they were always trying to kill old Spike, but he kept surviving the hit. He was known as the 79th Street Gangster. He set up his office in what was then the Highland Theater on the second floor. That theater was part of a chain of theaters that were open in the 1920s. Spike's brother Walter was killed in 1926, and his brother Charles was killed in 1932. They shot his house up on 81st and Honorary, and they pretty much shot at him every time they saw him. He survived more than a dozen attempts. By the end of Prohibition, he lost 8 members of his gang and 2 brothers, so he was kind of semi-retired. More to the point, he agreed to stay out of the outfit's way. In 1943, he got shot in the back by a building commissioner when he confronted him about some bribe money that he owed him. Like I said, he was pretty lucky. The story doesn't always end this way. He lived to be 72 and he died in the same Auburn Gresham neighborhood that he ruled with an iron fist, the Chicago way.